Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, you might be wondering now, oh, is this the wrong video? Is this Sinja from Travel with Sinja? Yes, it's me. And this is, or it might be the first video you see from myself where I'm shooting a YouTube video actually covered as a Muslimah. And for the ones who don't know, I am a revert. I've been reverting quite I think around 5 years ago. It's just that I decided just recently to cover up and wear a bit more modest. Yeah, wear. And that's why I thought as well today I'm sharing Mombasa and traveling as a Muslim in Kenya, especially here in Mombasa, where I've been now the last 2 months. I've been living here, traveling here, working with some clients, and I thought of giving you more insights of one thing which is made very easy for us living or traveling here as Muslims is that all food in Kenya is halal by law. So the food you buy in the supermarket, the food you eat in the restaurants, it's always halal. However, of course, you need to watch out. For example, if it's like an Italian restaurant or something, they might have pork or they might have some obviously not halal meat. So you always still have to ask, but in general, everything you buy, it is halal. And that is one of the major aspects, one of course of it, which makes it very easy to travel here. And the second thing I want to discuss is I've been traveling now as well. I had some clients from Saudi coming over, so I am a travel consultant by profession, and I did some tour leading with them. So I usually don't take clients private, not unless they're very close to me or it's a special case. And I've been traveling with them around Mombasa and Diani, and Mombasa was actually even easier than Diani, because what happened when we went to Diani is that even though we went to a 5-star restaurant to eat, the toilet did not have a bidet. And the father refused to go to this washroom, which I understand. Either you prepare yourself with like a bottle you carry so that you can wash yourself and you know it in advance, or you have to hold it through, or you have to particularly find spots and hotels which they have bidets. So for them, they just did a 1-day trip to Diani. They actually were based here in Sarova Hotel, which I can highly recommend, to be honest. But then going to Diani is where the struggle came. And you have to as well know that Mombasa itself, it is a Muslim county. Kenya itself is not a Muslim country, but here in Mombasa, the beautiful thing is that even here where I stay right now, this is a private house, so it's not for rent or anything, or I would have shown you around. But you wake up with the adhan. You hear the adhan 5 times in a day, and that's so beautiful. Like in Kenya in general, we have so many mosques, but in Mombasa itself, oh my God, every corner is a mosque. Like it has hundreds of mosques here alone in Mombasa. And I think that's why it's super beautiful to be here and also to explore. Like when you go to Old Town, for example, which I highly recommend to do like a visit in Old Town, there is the oldest mosque in Mombasa. And I don't know, since I reverted to Islam, I love going to new mosques, checking them out, especially if they are unique and they have like a special energy. Because this, as being the oldest mosque in Kenya itself, is for me just a miracle. And going there, visiting it, I have not yet prayed there myself inside, but I found it so beautiful and peaceful. And then there's also one in Mombasa, in Diani, which is at Congo River down there, which is the oldest mosque around Congo River, which is also just so simple and beautiful. So if you plan a 1-day trip down to Diani from Mombasa, you can do that. I highly recommend it if you stay here. And then you can, for example, go to the mosque there. It's at Congo River, and at Congo River is also the place where you can take a small boat, like a canoe, and do like a canoe ride through the mangroves for sunset. And there's also another Italian restaurant there and some local spots. And the beautiful thing about this area is, because the locals really honor the mosque, is that the entire area down there at Congo River, there's no alcohol allowed, no party, no loud music. Even the restaurant, it's Italian, they are not allowed to serve alcohol. Yeah, people might sneak in some alcohol and stuff, but officially it's not allowed. And also you have to be quiet and careful, and I like that. Like you can feel that energy around. And if you're like me, you're not just a Muslim, sorry, not to say that, just Alhamdulillah, you're Muslim, but you also might be spiritual or might be traveling with energy. this is a nice place, a nice idea to think about for a trip. And when we went to Diani, we stayed at Sunset Normans for lunch. But there, as I told you, it's an Italian restaurant and it's 5-star and it's amazing and beautiful, directly at the beach. I highly recommend. But the toilets are not equipped for Muslims, so that was a struggle. But they did allow me to pray upstairs, where you can just walk the stairs up and have not a prayer room, but it was more like an area on a rooftop where they said, okay, you can take your prayer mat and pray there. And that's what I did. So another thing in Kenya is they are very open, and being a Muslim here is normal. And being a Muslim here is accepted. And if you want to pray, and even if it's an Italian hotel or restaurant or German or whatsoever, just ask, can I use a room? Do you have a room for me where I can pray? And to 90%, they will make it possible that you get a room. But of course, if you now come here and you want to stay here for a couple of days, then I do recommend getting a halal-friendly hotel as well. Like my clients, they chose Sarova. I can recommend Sarova, but you have to know that Sarova it has like 1,000 rooms or 2,000. It is huge, and it is not a halal-only restaurant, which means it's not a halal-only hotel, which means it does have, they serve alcohol and they serve other type of food, and they don't have like a swimming pool just for women, but they can accommodate you. And that is what already counts, because in Kenya yet, we do not have that culture of setting up hotels for Muslims only, which means 100% halal, a swimming pool, and maybe also the toilets equipped with bidet. And there is one thing, and I'm so excited about, I'm sharing this with you now, so shh. There's a hotel coming up new in the Masai Mara, which has exactly everything we need as Muslims to travel. It's gonna open end of July, inshallah, this year, 2025, maybe in August 2025 for public. I hope you don't hearing that noise, it's so annoying. I just wanted to shoot, and now they're doing like some work down there. Let me close the rooms, it's better. So yeah, and they have invited me to come and do some content and some shoot. It's a 5-star, it's a luxury place. I am so thrilled, because that would be the first halal, like 100% halal hotel, which I know exists in Kenya. And it is in the Masai Mara, which obviously is the best location ever. You can go for the game drives to the best park we have in Kenya for first-time travelers. And they might have its own swimming pool only for women. And they are 100% halal restaurant. In that case, no pork, no alcohol, nothing. Plus the bidets in the bathrooms. And I was like, wow. So I'm so excited. So if you subscribe, the moment I get there, obviously I'm gonna shoot a YouTube video. I'm gonna share everything with you. Yes, but let's get back to Mombasa here. So I will be more now exploring with time more hotels which are like really like Muslim friendly, and even on my Instagram at Travel with Sinja, I'm switching more the content to, is it really halal friendly, yes or no. For example, on that day trip when we went to Diani, we went to the Cave Hotel in Diani, which is a beautiful scenery, and I think there are only like 3 cave restaurants all over the world. I think the most famous one is the one in Italy, which is like the cave at the beach. Yes, ours is also at the beach, but you can't see the beach from the restaurant. But the scenery, it is just stunning. I loved it. My clients loved it. But now when you check the menu, almost every recipe, like everything you could choose, had like a sauce with alcohol in it. And you were like, really? But when we asked the waiter, they can just make a different sauce. So they were very, how can I say, accommodative. Like they were like, yes, no problem. Obviously, we give you a mocktail, which is non-alcohol, and we give you a recipe, like you have your meal without a sauce, without alcohol. So now, of course, it depends on how strict you are. Would you go to a restaurant where they also serve alcohol or not? Because this can be a problem, to be honest, in Kenya, because we only might find a handful of restaurants or hotels which are 100% halal. And yeah, so we enjoyed the dinner, and I can really recommend it, as you have that feeling of, I don't know, it's such a unique scenery. It's actually perfect for a date. just that I didn't have anyone to take there, and I went with my clients. But even as a solo day, it is amazing. I loved it. And the thing about this one is you have to reserve it. Like if you want to do that, you have to call them in advance and reserve spots, because they have only limited capacity. And then the other thing which I loved in Mombasa, you can already tell I sound like I'm a foodie or a food vlogger. I am not, but Mombasa is known for its food, like traditional Swahili food and even coffee. I would not recommend to do any street food or anything in Kenya, especially not in Nairobi. I know so many of my clients be like, oh, I want to go for a street food tour and all this. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. If you want to do it, come here to Mombasa and you do it here. Because that is where it first of all has taste, it has style, like the way they do it here. It's a different type of food. It is Swahili, Arabic, Indian influence, which we do not have in Nairobi. And their food here is more clean and more hygienic, especially if you do it with a company, like some guides, which I know and recommend, who are knowing the best spots. And they can share with you through Old Town Nairobi and even some other areas, through Old Town Mombasa and even some other areas in Mombasa. They share with you about the history and the culture, and it's run by women only, and I like those women empowerment organizations. And there's also one very cute little spot, which is my favorite spot ever, where it's just a local spot. A coffee costs you most likely 10 cents or 20 cents. And they give you the traditional cups, and then they make you coffee, and you can have it there. And I don't know, you can choose different flavors. I think there's tamu tamu, which is like the sweet one with sugar, and then they might have like a masala or with ginger versions, or black it only. So you can try. You can also try several and make it like a coffee tasting, and also they have the local sweets. And I think this is just something which I love about traveling. Obviously, I also like the 5-star hotels, but this is something so local and authentic and normal, and you can just bump into and join the Muslim community there. They do it for themselves. It's mainly like a spot for men, I would say, where local men hang out, but obviously you are welcome. Everyone is welcome to join. I'm just saying, be prepared. Majority is men who's there hanging out. And it doesn't like have a name where it is or what it's called, but if you go to Fort Jesus in Old Town, and then you just walk down the road, the river down, or ask the locals where this local spot is, you find it. It's just like 3 minutes walk from Fort Jesus down to the river place. And they usually open only from 4 p.m. up to 6:30, and that's it. And yeah, then in Mombasa, Old Town, the restaurant I really recommend is Fordani. You can get everything, and everything is halal. And I was there one time, it was years ago, with another client of mine, and then I was surprised because it was closed. It was around lunchtime, and tada, it was prayer time. And this is not something happens in Nairobi, so we don't really think about it. But during prayers time, some of the restaurants, they might be closed because everyone goes for prayers. And alhamdulillah, this is like so beautiful. Another thing I wanted to let you know, because I like being authentic and real and honest and share everything about like what I know and what I really believe and feel, and I'm not here to advertise anything which I feel like this doesn't make sense. Yeah, before I come to the end, I need to mention Tamarindao. Oh my gosh, this is my most favorite dinner place. They have a restaurant which is also beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so stunning. And then you can go on the dhow, on the boat, to have a 4-course meal there. It starts from 6:30 up to 10, and you have like live music and entertainment, and it is definitely needs to be on your bucket list. I like that even more than the cave, because I just like the experience around it and even the food. I think I liked it more, but it has a different style, so both is great and both are amazing. But if I were to choose, I would choose the Tamarindao. So just to let you guys know. Yes, and then I wanted to say that you see, you might be planning your beach holiday here, and that's why you're coming to Mombasa. You have already planned your safari, and if not, you might know I'm a travel consultant. So you can reach out to me, and then I can help you to plan your trip and your safari in entire Kenya. So you find the link down below. But let's assume everything's already planned, you're coming here, and then all what you're looking for is the beach. And sorry to disappoint you, but Mombasa does not have the best beach. Like here where we are right now, there is like a beach, but it's stony, and I don't know, most of the hotels don't have also the best beach sites. Sarawak actually does have a quite nice, beautiful, clean beach. But I don't know why it's always so windy. Like you go there and I started wearing a jumper, like I felt cold and I wondered, because it's super windy, it's not, here I'm in Yali side, just next door, like 5 minutes or 10 minutes to Sarawak, and still the beach and the weather is very different to there. So if you are coming for a beach holiday, do not come to Mombasa, sorry. Then you might want to go to Diani Beach, especially Galu sites, is where they have beautiful beaches. Oh my gosh. Or you go to Watamu. It's coming up more and more because they built like Lichthaus is one of my most beautiful restaurants there. It's like where you can have like in hanging mats, and then it's a place where you can see the best sunsets over the ocean. It's not the ocean, it's actually the Middle Creek. However, it counts, looks the same. It's beautiful. But it's also not like halal really. You might have halal options and just choose not to drink alcohol, but this is a place for alcohol and people to hang out. So just to warn you, not that you think I'm recommending a halal place, you go there and then there's a party place. So maybe on weekends, Friday, Saturday, they might do these things. Even I was there last time and I really did enjoy it. But then around 6:30, the moment the sun dropped, I smelled some weed and all those things, and I was like, no, I don't want to be here. Then I left. But the restaurant itself, the bar, and the scenery, it is beautiful. I loved it. So yeah, I think that was it already for today's video. I've been rambling a lot, talking a lot. So if you need any help or have any questions about your travel, your halal travel trip to Kenya, just comment below. I would love to hear from you, as this is my first